All right, it looks like we are live, coming from LA. Hope you guys are doing good out there. I thought I'd make another YouTube video for the current Bitcoin price as it's going up. So for all of my crypto followers, I know you guys are a little bit excited. It looks like we're gonna be seeing some price movement, of course, in the upwards direction. So that's good. And it looks like what's currently driving the price moving forward is Jack Dorsey, the Twitter CEO, and he's also, I believe, the owner of Square and the founder of it. Invested $50 million into Bitcoin, and there's obviously a lot of hype behind it, and it looks like this is right now the primary factor driving the price up a couple $100 from about 1080. I mean 10,800. So the price is going up, but the question is, will it last? I've always said in my previous videos that we're gonna be seeing the $9,000 range again, and I think we're gonna be fluctuating in terms of the positions of the 9,500 to about $12,000 for a while. And that's my take on it. I've explained in other videos, but just to quickly mention it here again, the reason why I say that we'll see 9,000 again is because there's more and more miners that are entering the game of cryptocurrency mining, right? And also at the same time, these cryptocurrency mining machines, these devices, are getting more and more faster. So, for example, whenever in 2017, 2018, the ant mining company, I guess they're founded in China. They had the Antminer S9, for example, and that thing would pull about 14, 15 terahashes. And then there was another one also in China that was in collaboration with the Samsung company of Korea, and that was Dragon Mint, and they were also a cryptocurrency mining hardware manufacturer, and they also were making cryptocurrency miners as well, and they were doing like 16 terahashes. But the point I'm trying to make is these devices are mining at much higher rates than 15, 16 terahashes. So if we actually go to the Antminer website, we're going to be seeing miners that are doing 110 terahashes. So guys, you have to keep this in mind, because what drives the Bitcoin price up too is its scarcity, right? And the idea that it's decentralized, and that's a great thing, by the way. However, whenever the halvening happens, but Bitcoin miners that are also produced that pretty much mine twice the amount of Bitcoin of their predecessors, then that really doesn't then the halvening doesn't really make too much of a impact on the price, because it will initially, of course, but as I've said, over time, especially in the next year, we'll see a decline in the Bitcoin price to around the $9,000 mark. And also, prior to the halvening and prior to the COVID-19 crisis, the price was indeed at $10,000, right? If you guys can recall, from like January of this year, 2020. But right now, the price is only up because of the halvening. Because when the price was at $10,000 prior to the Bitcoin halvening, and also prior to COVID, that was only because the economy worldwide was at an all-time record high. So I mean, that was only that I mean that was the least we could have experienced, right? A good Bitcoin price at around $10,000 strong prior to halvening, and also prior to the COVID situation, right? And who knew the COVID thing was gonna happen, right? So now that we got the COVID, the economy's not back in thing yet. But the only thing that is also keeping the price at $10,000 is the current situation, because stocks aren't pretty much at an all-time high right now. We'll have to see what happens in these next few weeks, I'll say, because the elections are going to matter a lot. From my experience, I think Donald Trump is the guy that's going to pump stocks, and now that cryptocurrency is coupled with stocks, we'll see a significance in price. However, considering also that there's so many more players joining the crypto game in terms of mining and more hardware being produced and given to these miners, I mean, it's only fair, in my opinion, as my input, to say that this is where we're gonna stay at for a while, from 9,500 to about the $12,000 mark. Now, yeah, I think we'll see a decline, and I'm not a financial advisor in any way, but these are all just my opinions, so we'll see what happens. But I say that the price is gonna be fluctuating from about $9,000 to about $12,000. Now, we were up at $12,000. When was it? In August, and then we had a crash to about 11,002, and then there was another flash crash to about 10,002. So things can change very fast, right? But right now, it looks like it's hype that's driving the price of Bitcoin. As Jack Dorsey did go ahead with the $50 million Bitcoin fund investment, so it looks like Square, they're doing it under Square, so it looks like they added $50 million under their balance sheet. So that's definitely what I think is driving the price up right now. And let's see what the price is specifically. So off of Coin Market Cap, it's at 11,056. So $11,056. But let's see if it'll be able to hold 11,000 and continue to go up. And I think even if it does for a little bit, I think within these next few months, at the end of the year, we're gonna see 9,500 again. But we'll have to see how these elections play out, because they play a big role in terms of the markets throughout the world. So, and that matters a lot. We'll have to wait and see. We have to be patient. I mean, if you're not a millionaire, then you don't really have a much of a choice but to wait, right? So it's only those 1%ers that actually make the price change depending on how much they invest. So, but I mean, $10,000, $20,000, that's not really gonna scratch the price at all. So, um, in my opinion, I think $11,000 is gonna hold right now, at least for a couple weeks. But just like good news drives the price up, bad news drives the price down, and bad news drives the price down more than good news drives the price up, depending on the circumstances, of course. But I'm saying that on a general basis. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, we are gonna have to be patient. So, and let's see, when every time it really depends on if some of these altcoins are coupled with Bitcoin, because I know, for example, XRP is usually at the 2,200 to 2,500 satoshis of BTC. So when the price of Bitcoin usually goes up, the altcoins also go up. But whenever I look at some of these big players and see that their prices aren't going up, like XRP and like Litecoin, whenever I see that the coupling isn't really in correlation as Bitcoin goes up, then that also tells me that it's not really a real increase in terms of the fundamentals of the Bitcoin price, and that it's simply hype. So that's another factor to consider, because these altcoins like XRP, Bitcoin SV, Litecoin, even Ethereum, even though Ethereum did go up a lot in terms of price of BTC Satoshis, but a lot of like these top 10 coins, they don't want to be holding a higher Satoshi value if Bitcoin is going up. So right now, everyone wants Bitcoin. So Bitcoin is pretty much the leader. If Bitcoin goes down, everything will go down even more. If Bitcoin goes up a little bit, technically, it's supposed to go up a substantial amount in terms of the altcoins, but not too much. But right now, the altcoins aren't really going up. So this tells me that the Bitcoin price going up is hype again, and that it's not going to hold. It'll fluctuate between 9,000 to 11,000, but right now this $11,000 I just don't think is going to hold. One bad news can, one bad news and we're already at $9,500. Especially considering the fact that, there's more and more players joining the cryptocurrency mining game, and at the same time, like I said, that these cryptocurrency mining devices are getting much much faster, and they're not going 2x faster, they're going like 3x faster. So whenever we say, hey, the Bitcoin halving pretty much uh made Bitcoin more scarce, well, that's absolutely true. However, you guys again have to consider the fact that these devices also got much quicker, and that there's a lot more players joining the game in terms of cryptocurrency mining. So we're gonna be at $10,000 for a while now. And like I said, prior to the halving and prior to COVID-19, the reason why it was up at $10,000 in January, again, as my input, and these are just my opinions, I'm not a financial advisor, was simply because the economy was at an all-time high. And then the COVID thing kicked in, and then the price dropped. Everything, again, look how big of an impact bad news is incomparable with good news. When good news kicks in, the price may go up 10%, 15%, and that's at the best. But when bad news kicked in, the price dropped by 45, 50%. So, I mean, it's really incomparable. And let's not forget, guys, everybody is here to make money. Let's not fool ourselves. We all want to make money over here, okay? So, I'm just being real. These are my opinions. I think that we're going to be seeing this $10,000 range for a while now. Something tells me that early next year we're gonna be seeing an increase to about 15, 16,000. But that very much depends on how the elections are going to be playing out in these upcoming weeks. So those are also gonna be playing a mega factor. So we'll have to see what happens. And I also said in another video that right now, unfortunately, I never liked the fact that this happened, but Bitcoin is just like the altcoins are coupled with just like the altcoins are coupled with Bitcoin in terms of their Satoshi value. The same way I say that the Bitcoin. Yeah, I got disconnected because my phone overheated, but yeah, what I was saying towards my disconnection was just like the altcoin market is coupled with Bitcoin, the Bitcoin price is also coupled with how the stocks are doing, and I never liked that. Just like I said, but it looks like all the people from Wall Street put their influence on the cryptocurrency market, forcing regulations. So we'll have to wait and see, guys. But my take on it, my input, not financial advice. I think in my opinion, we're gonna see a fluctuation from 9,500 to about 12,500, at least in these next 2 months, until the end of the year. So I'll do more videos, guys, as more news pops up. But right now, it looks like it's Jack Dorsey with his Square buying $50 million of Bitcoin, driving the price up. So, yeah, good news drives it up a little bit, but bad news will crash the price. So keep that in mind, guys. Be safe, be good out there. I'll catch you guys later with another video.